because, yeah. And then in the midst of that, you like broke your leg, didn't you?
Yeah, the leg was...
Was that at a gig?
It was a few months before that. No, common misconception. And I will asterisk this by saying that I have been advised not to give details until things have resolved.
Yeah.
So, but I think basically what I can tell you is that it was a freak incident, and I was not performing. I was at somebody else's show. And,
Okay.
But it was, I mean, it was, people think mosh pit, people think I fell off stage. None of that, dude. It is even if
It's
I
funny
told
how
the
often
story,
it's those.
if I told the detailed story on social media, nobody would believe me. When I tell people face to face, they're like, come on.
Yeah.
I'm like, an anvil might as well have fallen on me.
Yeah.
It was that insane. Nobody around. I mean, just a few people. It was like 6 p.m., broad daylight or whatever. And I don't know how much I'm allowed to share. A person, caused my leg to break.
Sounds like liabilities are in play here.
Liabilities are in play.
I get it. I didn't realize that too, though. That's crazy.
Yeah, it was basically like of a no fault of my own. I was mid sentence talking to somebody. Last thing I said was, "Yeah, Burning Man is really cool if you ever get the chance to go."
And my leg's broke.
Literally, it was crazy.
That's fucking wild.
So
that'd be a little
that
bit
was hard.
traumatizing too.
A little bit,
Yeah.
yeah. It was funny that my anniversary of my broken leg just happened on the 4th of July, and I was in Seattle this year because I was like, I don't really want to be in Austin for the anniversary, and we show up to this cute little parade on this island, and we get out of the car, and the first thing I hear is screaming, and I was like, you cannot be serious right now. And there's this little girl lying on the floor. On the ground. She got bucked off of a horse, and she's holding her right leg, which is the same leg that I broke. And she's crying and rocking back and forth.
In Seattle.
Yes. I'm like,
on the 4th.
Yo, the devil he's trying to get me so hard.
It's fucking crazy.
And I just stood there and I was like, you have to be kidding me right now. And I had if anybody who's ever experienced a traumatic thing, there are PTSD episodes that come with it. And so my whole body just tightens up. And I'm just standing there staring. My friend looks at me and he was like, oh.
Yeah, it's like your nervous system immediately cued into hypervigilant mode.
And
like,
I knew I was okay. Yes, like I knew. I was like,
but your nervous system doesn't necessarily know that.
No.
Yeah.
No, you have to train it.
Takes time.
Talk yourself down. Yeah. But I laughed about it later because I was like, are you freaking?
It's one of those
kidding
karmic, universal, but also maybe I was going to say, and maybe I could be wrong, but it could also be that reminder from the universe that like you went to Seattle to try to not have this thing. It's always there.
Yeah,
you have to, get yourself on the side where you're like, that's not affecting me now. I'm just not there.
And that's just time.
It takes time. Yeah, exactly.
That's just time. Yeah. It's gotten so much better. But after the first few months after, I would fall asleep every single night and relive it, and I couldn't help it. It was like I would go back there, and then I would dream about it, and then I would wake up. It was my first thought when I woke up, and it was like all the time. And then eventually it started to get better over time. But then I was like, I got to a place where I'm like, I'm feeling okay. I think I'm fine now. And I was watching this show on Netflix, and this girl broke her leg in hiking in the forest, and it was an identical break. Her tibia was sticking out of her leg, like identical to mine. She's shrieking, screaming bloody murder, and I just go, and I freak out, and I like turn off the TV really fast, and I'm sitting alone in my apartment, and I was like, oh, that was a terrible idea. And I'm calling my mom and stuff, and again, yeah. I'm like, I'm fine. But yeah, your nervous system doesn't know the difference. But right. I just tend to like stay away from triggers as much as I can now, just because it's just like, why put myself in that position,
Good on you for getting back out in venues again.
Yeah.
Where.
Not that one. Not that one.
Right, yeah.
I'll never go back there. I actually moved away from. I used to live very close to it.
I was
moved
at
away.
Seaboys not too long ago. I forget who was sitting on the other side. They were whoever it was. I remember they were a little overweight though, and they were just sitting, and it just whack, the thing just breaks. I was like, fuck, man. Then he fell on the other one, and that one broke, and I was like, Jesus, dude. Maybe this is your sign to go to the gym, bro. A little bit. I don't know. Whoever you are that I forgot. No, yeah. That's so crazy. I didn't realize how like just chaotic, because it's like it's one thing to break your leg. There's a lot of ways to break a leg, right?
It's true.
You generally want to be doing it on stage, is where you want most of the leg breaking to be happening.
Yeah, it would have been a cooler
You
story.
didn't break your leg while you were breaking a leg.
No, I really didn't.
I just imagine, I'm like putting myself there. I'm like, the closest I could relate would be, I had a car accident like 5 or 6 years ago, 7 years ago.
6, 7?
It was bad. 6, oh god damn it.
That's all the kids
You
are
must
saying
have
these
nieces
days.
and nephews.
I do.
Yeah, same.
It's the only reason I know it.
I haven't procreated, but other parts of my family have decided to do this. Now I have 6s and 7s. No, but like I heard it was like a very traumatic accident, because it was one of these that it was really early. I was really tired. I was coming back from Dallas to Austin, and I was like I had my maps, and I was trying to like get that. And I looked down for this, like what felt, it probably was longer than what I thought, but it felt like just hardly a second. Enough to like, I'm like, if I'm looking down, I'm always kind of still. And I just look, and it was like, I was going like 70, and this guy must have been going like 30 or 40 miles an hour on the highway. So the impact speed was like big time. And you're like, that crash of metal for a while, it was in my ear. And I'm like, fuck. And the guy, it was so bad, the tower, the record that came to get the car, and this guy clearly, assuming does this a lot, sees a lot of accidents. Was like, he looked at my car, and he looked at me, and he goes, I can't believe you're just walking around like this. Like, that's crazy.
You didn't break any bones?
Nothing. I had some bruise here.
Seatbelt
I've never
bruise?
broken a bone.
I mean, yeah. I
But
said that
that's
4
not
days
just,
before I broke
there's
my
a difference
leg.
though. Most people break, it's like a fracture maybe, or just,
Yeah.
your finger was literally breaking through the skin. That's what was happening.
Sure was.
Could you
You didn't
even
see the
look at
picture?
that in the moment? I don't think I would even be able to look at it.
Did you
if
see
I
the
were there.
picture?
I think I saw
I posted it.
pictures. I think
pretty cool.
I think my mind didn't want it. I think I saw enough to know. I know enough, because I'm like, it is. I can't. Like I said, I can only imagine how traumatic that was. Because
Well,
Yeah,
once they gave me the ketamine, it was like, this is cool.
Like, I can see my bone. That's
Yeah.
cool. You don't usually get to see that.
Literally.
Yo,
So-
that's a band name I came up with the other day. The K-holes, by the way.
The camel.
It's good. Yeah. So when it happened, thank God. It was, 4th of July, so it was 1 billion degrees outside, and I decided to wear pants that day because they were red and festive, and they were bell bottoms, and they were my favorite pants, and they cut them off of me, and I'm still upset about it. So if anybody out there has a link
Bell
to some
bottoms. Love it.
stretchy red and black plaid bell bottoms,
There you go.
let a girl know, because I miss them. But I laid down, and I was like, I tried to get up, and I was like, oh, I can't feel my foot, because the pain hadn't set in yet, just numbness. And then I reached down over my pant leg, and I was like, that doesn't feel like skin. And I felt just rock hard bone. And then, you're going to be okay? I can stop.
Yeah, no. Go ahead. That's like, fuck.
So then I laid back down, and I said,
I can't even look at needle. If I ever have to get blood, I can't even look at the needle. Like
you know what helps?
we're flesh sacks. I get it, but
You know what helps
yeah.
that? Breaking your leg.
Yeah.
Can handle anything now.
Having a bone sticking out of your fucking skin like you're in
Literally.
fucking Normandy.
Literally nothing hurts. I got burned yesterday, and I was like, like
You know what?
boiling hot
Good
water,
point.
and I didn't even feel it.
Touche. Great silver lining. Pain's really gonna feel pretty.
I used to hate getting my blood drawn. It's so easy now. I'm like, oh, that's cute.
That is very. You know what? It's like the universe gave you that
Silver
gift
lining.
there, right?
Right.
That's insane.
So anyway, I laid back down.
Yeah.
I told my friend, I was like, hey, my leg's broken. He's like, are you sure? And I lift up my pant leg, and I go, why don't you tell me what you think?
Were you this calm?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Shock
the
is
shock.
crazy.
Yeah.
Shock is crazy, isn't it? Yeah.
It's shock, but also couple of factors. I had listened to a podcast with Jeremy Renner a few weeks before. You know Jeremy Renner, the actor? Do you
Yeah.
know about his accident?
I
snowmobile?
did. I knew he was in an accident that was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A snowmobile basically
snowmobile.
pulverized him. And like his eyeball came out and just a bunch of gross stuff. It's a really cool interview.
And they
But-
were able to reattach it.
Everything. They fixed his face. They reconstructed his face. But the point is that he was on Joe Rogan or Modern Wisdom or something, and he wrote a book called My Next Breath because he said that when he was in that state, the only thing that made him survive was that he couldn't think about staying alive. He couldn't think about what was going to happen next. He had to think about his next breath, one at a time,
Yeah.
and not one before or after that. And so
Hyper-presence.
when I was laying on the ground, I remembered that interview and his advice. And so when the pain kicked in,
Shout out Jeremy Renner.
just shout out Jeremy Renner. I love you. Marry
Come
me.
on our podcast.
I'm single.
I mean, we're getting a higher profile. You never
Anyway,
know. You never know
okay.
out here, right? That's
So,
right.
so I remembered that, and I focused on my next breath, and also I sang my favorite hymn. That really helped. I talked to God a lot, and those things.
Feel like I didn't even believe in God when I woke up in the morning.
No, I definitely believed in God, and I'm really thankful that I did
Yeah.
because that was very, very. I know I couldn't have gotten through it.
Calming presence of like,
Yeah.
yeah.
The EMTs literally told me, they were like, did you take drugs? And I was like, no. They're like, did you have a lot to drink? And I was like, I had 1.5 White Claws. And they took my vitals and they said, your vitals are immaculate. And I was like, thanks, I work out. And I did say that. And even a few weeks later, I played the Long Center
You're
in
like,
a
my
wheelchair.
femur may be broken, but I'm still witty as.
Yeah, oh no, that's what I went to. I just made everybody laugh because it made me feel better.
Yeah.
But even one of the EMTs came to my show that I played in a wheelchair a few weeks later. She just happened to be there, and she was like, I was the EMT when you broke your leg. And she told me again, because I'm not misremembering it. She was like, you were so unbelievably calm that day. I'm not saying this to pat myself on the back, but
Sure.
like, if God forbid something like this ever happens to anybody who's listening, is focus on your next breath. Talk to God, even if you don't think you believe in him. I promise it helps. And honestly,
or
telling
just appeal
jokes.
to something bigger, higher.
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
that moment.
And I mean, humming, singing is so good for calming you down. And
Yeah.
so.